Well, hey again, I just want to share another thought. I had just a thought. I was down fishing the other day, and the wind was up, the waves were up, there was white caps. It was not fit to be out fishing, and I had a thought. And as I watched the waves, I thought about Peter, because what an interesting character in the Bible Peter was. And so there's this moment where Jesus and the disciples are there, and Jesus sends his disciples in a boat across the water. Jesus stays for just a short while, and he says to his disciples, I'll come over. And after a little while, the disciples look out on the water, and you see this man walking on the water, and they're a little bit afraid of who it is. And Jesus says, don't be afraid, it's me. And Peter says, if it's you, then call me out of the boat. And Jesus does, and he comes out of the boat and begins to walk on the water. And he gets to Jesus, and he's there, and he notices the wind and the waves, and he begins to sink. And we hear this story so much, and we say, keep your eyes on Jesus, or else you'll sink and you'll lose faith. And that's very true. We keep our eyes on Jesus, not on the storm that's around us. And that's a great way of life. But I thought about something, and there's a portion of the scripture when Jesus gets back to the boat. It says when Jesus and Peter got back into the boat after Peter is sunk and he's soaking wet and he's embarrassed, when they get back to the boat, it says Jesus calmed the storm. You think when Peter was drowning in the water with the wind and the waves, Jesus would have said, all right, storm, stop. But no, it says that Jesus waited for Peter and himself to get back in the boat before Jesus calmed the storm. And here's my thought. Maybe sometimes we're praying for the wrong thing. Maybe sometimes we're praying for the storm to just end where while we're drowning, while we're sinking, instead of praying, Jesus, can you help me get through this? Can you help me get back to the boat? And then we'll see the storm finish. Because I think sometimes the storms we face, we've got to finish them. We've got to get through them. But we get through them with Jesus. And sometimes we're paddling and we're splashing, we're making waves all around us, and we're beating the water, we're beating ourselves out, trying to get out of the storm, praying, God, get it out, calm the storm so I can swim back to the boat myself, instead of saying, Jesus, can you just help me get back to the boat? And then the waves stop. So maybe our prayer in the storm you might face right now, pray, Jesus, can you just help me get through the storm? And he'll pick you up just as he did to Peter, and he'll carry you through that storm on the water. And as you get back in the boat, and you'll say, storm, cease. Because sometimes we got to get through the storm, because the Bible says when we go through them, we come out a better person, because God needs to do things in our lives. And instead of praying in this moment for the storm to stop, just pray that Jesus helps us to get through it with him and to rely upon him. And then we'll see the storm finish.